Yo, it's your boy Kido, and you're locked into Culture Box, where thinking outside of the box is key. We got a very special guest in the building today, a legend, a pioneer in the game, man like Remerdee. What you saying, bro?
Big Rem, Captain, Uncle, Deptford Boss.
Which one now?
Ah, day, my man. We're here.
How you feeling? You good?
We're basking in the glory, man. We're here.
Yeah.
Give thanks every day.
I hear you. You've been rolling around a lot. You've been doing the rounds.
I've been rolling around a lot. That's a bit pausey still.
You've been.
I have to pause that still.
Big,
Nah.
That's a reach, man. Rolling around
like I'm some swine or something.
Nah,
Listen,
that's a reach,
well,
bro.
if you mean I've been on a few of the
Yes.
platforms, yeah, I have. You know what? I was shying away from it, you know. Few years when this whole podcasting started, I was shying away from it.
Yeah.
But like one of my New Year's resolutions, if you believe in those things, but one of mine was to say, you know what, put yourself out there more.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of people, they kind of, you know, they recognize me for my works, my past works and whatnot. And also it's part of a way to timestamp and document my own side of the story and my perspective. So I thought to myself, you know what, let me just, you know, do the rounds, and hopefully when people just come to me, I don't turn it down, man. I take opportunities, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you, bro. It makes sense still. Well, welcome to Kulture Box. We was meant to do this
That's what I was
a
going to
minute
say.
ago, but it's all good. We're here. Better late than never.
Yeah. God's time is the right time, innit?
Exactly. So there's a few places I could start on Kulture Box. We don't necessarily have a set routine, but I think for those that don't know, and even for myself, I'd like to hear the journey of Big Rem, of Remerdee. So yeah, I think we should start there, man. Like childhood. You was born in Nigeria.
Yeah, that's right, man.
That's where you was from.
Yeah.
What part of Nigeria was it? What part was you from?
Oh, South Nigeria, the Delta State region.
Warrior boy.
Warri boy, Warrior boy.
Yeah.
Warri, you know what? I'm gonna look into why they call it Warri. You know, funny enough, I've never, but it's W-A-R-R-I.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
River State. Well, not too far from River State. I'm just assuming now, but yeah, Warri.
Okay.
That's where I was born.
Right.
Dad was a musician. Mum was an aspiring nurse. You know. But yeah, that's where I was born, man.
Okay.
You know.
And what was the household like? How many people was in the household at that time when you was back home in Nigeria?
Can't remember too tough, but I remember. Can't give you that, but people was in and out.
Yeah.
And I was about, 4, 5, 6. I came in when I was 6, 7, yeah. So I know my uncle was in the house, my sister, my little younger sister, my nephews. Say about 7, 8 people. But people used to come in. We're all one family anyway, so people used to come into our compound. In Nigeria, we have something we call a compound. So it's like an estate, like a muse, and everyone lives within that muse. Everyone's got a house across the road or whatever, and then we all part of that compound. So that's sort of like one big family. But all cousins and my sister and that and my older brothers used to come in and out of the house,
Yeah. Okay. Do you remember it? Like, do you remember being there? Like, do you remember functioning? Did you go to school out there?
Yeah, I remember being there, but remember as a 4, 5, 6-year-old, that's when you start to even develop some memory. So yeah, I remember walking to school. We used to walk through the bush. Yeah, going to school at 4 or 5 years old. Yeah, but anyway, walk through the bush to go to school. I remember playing in the sand. When it was raining, we used to make like little mud canals to let the water run through and whatnot. I remember when I used to go see my dad. My mum used to take me to go and see my dad. He used to be chilling, drinking Hennessy. So that's my special connection with Hennessy, man. So listen, what would you call it now? I'm gonna get an announcement. Hennessy.
Hennessy.
If you want someone like me,
an
established figure in the community and out of the community that represents high echelon stuff, you either contact me or contact the team, man.
Yeah. Give us a shout, Henny.
Huh?
I said, Henny, give us a shout.
Give us a shout, man.
Pause on that note. We don't normally do this early on in Kulture Box.
Yeah.
But if you could go in the box, if you just move the plant out the way,
Yeah.
Yeah, just move that plant out of the way for the
Off the
time
top,
being. Yeah,
yeah?
just move it off and put it on the table for a sec.
Cool.
And then just go in the box and there's a blue bag. And because it's just that you mentioned it, so I'm gonna show you my magical powers. Yeah, he said he had a special connection with Hennessy, so
What's this?
yeah, open it up, man. Let's do this right. If we're going back,
Oh
yeah,
my days.
exactly. Hennessy, we need a sponsor. Rem needs a sponsor.
Hey, you see how that works
That's
out?
mad, isn't it?
I didn't have a clue, you know. That is
This
mad.
is mad. You said
That is
he
mad.
said special connection with Hennessy.
Very special. Hennessy, very special.
See, there you go. So
Yeah, this is crazy.
yeah, so you can bust that whenever.
So
Yeah, go on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I ask you anything, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And this is mad. Thank you so much,
yeah,
man.
yeah, no problem. That's
Wow,
for you.
that's a trip,
It's
you
mad,
know.
isn't it?
That is a trip.
And you know what? If you take the other thing out there as well, I just
Like-
want to tell the people.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
this Rem made a drink a long time ago, and it was lychee and it was Hennessy. Yeah, it wasn't fizzy lychee; it was the still one. But
Yeah.
the still lychee, we found out, me and Checks, is that it's discontinued. They don't. It's very
Really?
yeah. It's rare. Like for the last 6 months, it hasn't been about. So I thought, let's bring it back. So we got him a lychee, we got him a Henny. And we
Yeah.
used to drink that. That was a drink like 10, 15 years ago. We was on that for a long
Trust
time.
me.
So big up Rem
Trust
for that.
me.
But
Yes.
sorry, you were saying, so that's where you butt Hennessy at your dad's house.
Yeah. But Hennessy, yeah. Hennessy was just the aroma. Obviously, as a 4, 5, 6-year-old, I didn't know what it was, but that aroma stayed with me. And it's strange. That's if I have a connection with my dad, and that's one thing that I always remember. So maybe indirectly I have a connection. Me drinking Hennessy, sort of like a connection to Pops. You know what I mean? God rest his soul. Yeah. So that's what I remember that. Situations happen, like my older brother, Prince, aka Buju, who
Is that because he
passed away.
resembled Buju Banton?
Yeah,
Yeah,
resemble
yeah.
Budgie Batten. So yeah, there was one significant thing that happened with him. So he was like what I'll call, well, it was pretty naughty. You know what I mean? It was pretty naughty out there. He used to get up to no good, you know, and didn't really help that my uncle was a police officer. So my brother and my cousins used to use that.
Yeah, take advantage of
Yeah,
that.
use that as, and do get up to mischief. Anyway, enough was enough, and the local police decided to arrest him, and they set out to execute him. Which the main the main way they used to execute people, especially prolific thieves, was to bound them with tires. So put tires over them, walk them into to the square, town centre or whatever, douse them in petrol, and about to set them alight.
Wow.
So I remember that we were following them. My boy was crying, so we followed them, into the town centre. And as there was about to start the fire, my uncle got word or whatever, and they stopped it there. So I remember that.
Wow.
That stays
So
with
that
me.
stuck with you.
Other things, but they come and go. Like I have some memories come, some memories go. But in terms of those things, that's what I remember from Nigeria. The journey coming here, and we had to walk far. Then we got on a. Remember getting on a car, then we got on the plane, and yeah, we're here.
Okay, so when that happened, like, how old was your brother roughly when that was happening? Like,
He was about 14,
so
15.
he was a 14, 15-year-old
Cool,
kid,
but
and
yeah,
that's
10.
and that's what they was planning to do.
Yeah,
There was
and bearing in mind, he got off. So how many youths been roasted?
Yeah,
Roasted.
it's true. Yeah.
I feel like the gruesome, lack of a better, gruesome level is very desensitized to certain things. You see someone flogged to death in Nigeria, or they'll tie them to a car and drive down the road, and you see them turn into nothing. You know what I mean? So we became sort of like immune to those sort of things, but still as a effectively like a infant, to see that was a lot still. But he was 14.
Yeah. Okay.
So before that, they probably flogged him.
Yeah.
Just to teach him a lesson. Before that, they done other things, locked him up, let him go, didn't feed him. But you become like a tyrant to the community. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was sort of like you're taking a piss now.
Right.
Mm.
So then you come to the UK. Was there talk about that from before? Like, I mean, you might not know. You might have spoke to your mum or whoever about it after the fact.
Yeah.
But was there talk about, oh, we're gonna move to England, like, or was that a thing that other family members had done prior to your mum? Or
Well, yeah, my mum's been. She came to England a few times prior. You know, um, she had children like before, prior to having me and my sister that passed away. So
sorry
she's
to
been to
hear
England a few times. So she came back to Nigeria and had us. You know, then she went. We was actually sent for. You know, she came. She came ahead of us, and our aunties brought me and my sister to England because she feared that we won't survive in Nigeria.
that. Mm,
You know what I mean? So yeah. So my mum's had experience. She's been there in the 70s. She came in the
okay,
80s and whatnot,
okay,
and finally decided to settle when the last time she came.
okay. So what was that like? Was that your first time? I'm guessing on a plane.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when you reached, do you remember what it felt like? Do you remember looking around, or? And I'm not specifically meaning like when you just got off the plane. I mean when you
Just
settled
just
into.
just settled in. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
all. It was all 80s music, boss.
yeah,
All that's never gonna let you up, never gonna let
yeah,
you down,
yeah.
never gonna turn. All that stuff. Um, First time I had a donut. Yeah, the amount never. It's just I don't know, come like crack in it. So because we're not used to that. In at the 80s anyway, it was all oranges, fruits that what you consider as something sweet, and then yeah, it would just come over with donuts, apple turnover. I remember when I ate apple turnover, I didn't like it first of all. You know, just the smell, how clean the roads were, and how just everything was, just different. Obviously the cold was a factor. And then just seeing like Oyibo people in it, seeing white people,
Yeah,
yeah, seeing white people, seeing different people. But yeah, that's all I can. Yeah, but the music, that stays with me.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All that late 80s music, early 90s music reminds me of when I first came. Yeah,
Okay, so yeah, I heard you mention that on the shouts to Spray on their podcast when when you spoke about the donut.
don't big him up, man. Step me up, man. I went for flowers, and I just, I got insults and I'm joking,
No, I hear you. I hear you.
man.
Um, so yeah, so you're in the UK now. What part you come to New Cross?
Yeah, 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 yeah. We moved in with my uncle in New Cross. Well, we're Nigerian. Everyone's our uncle.
Everyone's
Everyone's your
uncle.
auntie.
Yeah,
Everyone's your cousin. So we moved in with our uncle in New Cross. Was there just as somewhere for us to just temporary, very temporary. From there we moved to Gravesend.
in Kent.
But we was living with our nan, which was like a white woman, but that was our nan that used to look after us, make all pie and mash and things. But I remember I used to eat and throw it under the table and just throw it in the bin or give it to the dog.
Because you
Well, innit? Even baths in the tub baths, bathing in the tub. That was new, innit? Because we would just bath either in the water or under in the shower. So we moved to there was with her for a bit while my mum was trying to get herself on her feet and that. From there we moved to Camberwell. Like I missed that bit at some time, but we moved to Camberwell. So I
right.
stayed in Camberwell with another one of our aunties. That was an experience still. Um, we were, I would say we weren't treated, was sort of mistreated, you know. There's a situation where my sister ended up getting her hands burnt because she tried to take food. So we was in Camberwell. Then from Camberwell we moved back to New Cross, and then New Cross we finally settled in Deptford, you
Right.
know. So went to Monson Primary School when we was in New Cross, and then we finally got a position in St Joseph Primary School in Deptford. So we moved to Deptford and went to St Joseph Primary School.
Okay.
Mm.
Question: when you went to Deptford, was that where you ended up staying? Because I know you used to represent Deptford hard, like in your lyrics and stuff.
From Deptford,
You
yeah.
yeah from
With your hands
Deptford,
up, say
yeah.
yeah. It's
And you
our
used to
yeah.
mention the Maple Flats and stuff. Okay, so that's from
Yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah,
okay. So
yeah. Maple Flats, that's where we've
that's
been,
where you
man. Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So you grew there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So Maple
Um,
Flats.
and then did you have an accent? Did you learn? Did you know the language?
We knew pidgin English. We knew the
Yeah, yeah,
language, but we
broken.
spoke with an accent. Yeah,
Yeah.
broken English. So we spoke with an accent.
And is it
Um,
Yoruba?
Urhobo,
Yoruba.
Urhobo, but we spoke broken English.
Right.
But we did understand Urhobo, which is our native language, but we spoke broken English.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't really go. Yeah, obviously, as you know, we weren't aware of it at the time. We're just speaking, aren't we? But that kind of led to us inevitably getting picked on, innit?
Yeah.
Because in the excuse me, in the early 90s, it was all Jamaican, ragga,
Yeah.
them stuff, you know what I mean? And there was a culture of Jamals don't talk to Africans and Africans don't mix with Jamals, and then that's what was taught in the household. Um, so that was a bit challenging at the time, you know.
Okay. So you went to school, you started off at Monson Primary, you went to St. Joseph. But you didn't go to St. Joseph Secondary School.
No,
How come? Like, because that's you would think that's the next step. Is it the same thing? St. Joseph's
no,
Primary?
no, no,
Oh, it's
no,
just the same
no.
name.
St. Joseph Primary School's in Deptford, and then and St. Joseph Secondary School at the time was in
It's
Lewisham.
in Lewisham, isn't
It's
it?
no longer. I
Okay.
think what's it called now? It's Kings or something. It's
Yeah, it's
quite.
got a different name.
It's got a different name and different everything. But
Yeah.
yeah, so the, the option would have probably been Deptford Green or Addy and
Yeah,
Stanhope.
Deptford Green, yeah.
But nah, no, Mum had different plans. So yeah, my family, we were considered as cousins, which I used to spend a lot of time at. My auntie worked at St. Thomas Apostle. So that's for me, that's the only reason I feel my mum thought it was made sense to make me go to St. Thomas Apostle, which was in Queens Road, Peckham, you know. At the time I wasn't aware of,
Yeah.
you know, like yeah, of the complications that was to come.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, that's what she thought, you know what, yeah, we'll go to St. Thomas Apostle.
Yeah, because as a Lewisham native, we was brought up to like we gotta be careful if we're going to Peckham.
Yeah,
But I guess, like you said, that you wasn't really aware of that until you got there.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All I knew about was YGB,
Yeah.
Ghetto Boys. I didn't know there was any rival, any competition, anything. I just thought Ghetto Boys and that's it, you know. So I went to school, and remember, we're 11 years old. My brothers weren't involved in gangs. They were involved in street activity, but they weren't officially gangsters or involved in gangs. So I wasn't aware, apart from, you know, seeing YGB on the walls and whatnot. And we're 11 years old, 12 years old. It's only when I get to about 12, 13, I start knowing, oh, that's what YPB stands for. Oh, cool. We this one there. Oh, my Sparks is like, you know, beefing this person here and whatnot. But no, I wasn't aware of that, you know. But it soon materialized and became apparent.
Yeah. So how was school for you? How was secondary school? Like, what kind of student was you? 'Cause just to interject, I know you personally now. Like, I obviously met you past your school years,
Yeah.
so I know the character you are now and how you've been in your journey. But I didn't know you in school time, so I'm interested.
Yeah.
Was you always this same confident, outspoken? What I stand like? You stood on your own too, kind of thing.
Yeah. It was always, well, I wouldn't say, okay, if you're talking to secondary school, I kind of developed that because, you know, it's all adjusting. I was still adjusting when I got to England with the whole Nigeria thing and all these, uh, the Oyibo, the white people, the Jamaican people, different cultures. And, you know, I had to go through things. I was picked on, and I used to let them get away with it until I started defending myself and realizing who I had and the power I had in these. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So then when I got to secondary school, I started to really find myself a bit. I wouldn't say I weren't bad enough to get kicked out. Certain scenarios, you know, um, I would carry things to school, you know. I would do certain things. I had more than my fair share of fights. I had, you know, more than my fair share of getting suspended, but I never got kicked out, you know. Um, I used to try and be cool with everyone, but you know, school is a boys' school as well. There's testosterone. Everyone's trying to grow up and find themselves or prove themselves. But I wouldn't say, nah, I wasn't really a follower as well. So yeah, I would say I did get that, but I started to nurture those leadership skills when I got to about year 10,
Okay.
year 11.
Yeah. All right. And earlier you mentioned your brothers, like they're a significant part of your
Yeah,
story.
and that's a fact. So this is what I would say exactly. So thank you for touching on it. Yeah, because I do feel Buju Prince's passing, yeah, played an impact in how I started behaving.
Right.
Yeah. So
How old was you
I
roughly?
you know what, and this is the thing with trauma, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I do have memory loss sometimes in things, but I would say, and it's just for me to look at sometimes, but I don't even delve into anything. But I know, I think about 14, 15 when that happened, you know, because I had a good friend of mine, Oppa, big up Oppa, man. Um, you know, and she was chilling at mine when the police come to my yard, and I know around them times that's when we used to spend a lot of time together. When I was about 14, 15. Yeah, so that him passing because he was very protective. You see me like situations would happen and he would come out of nowhere and he's banging up you. So you don't care. You don't care about your age. You could be 12, you can be 20.
Yeah.
He's moving to you straight away
Right.
over anything. So and he was very protective. He was a loving person, but he had these demons in it. He had these demons. He was on the street. He'd done things. Everything. He had money. He lost money. So when he passed, I feel like that kind of played an impact in how I started behaving. Yeah, I started. I got a bit. Yeah, I was a bit sour about that. To be fair, and the person who did it, um, they done a sentence, but not as harsh as mum would have liked. But at the end of the day, it was based on that self-defense or manslaughter.
Right.
Yeah, so that kind of took me into a different zone still when he passed. To be honest,
Right. R.I.P. Prince, man.
trust me,
Yeah.
Buju. Yeah,
The
man.
one and only.
Remedy. That's where I get the name
Yeah,
Remedy
yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard that
on his top.
in
Yeah,
another interview. I think was it D Gully's
yeah,
one?
yeah.
Yeah, you
ASB, man.
said
Shout out to D Gully,
shouts to
man.
D Gully and
Yeah,
ASM?
ASB,
ASB, sorry.
ASB,
ASB,
man.
yeah.
Yeah,
Shouts to them guys because that was a good interview. Yeah, so he had a hoodie or a jumper,
a
a
T-shirt.
t-shirt, and it had,
There will only be one Remedy, or something like that. There will never be another Remedy. One of them.
and he said that's gonna
And
be
Remedy
you.
was in red. Yeah. So yeah, he said that's your name.
Wow.
So yeah, that stuck with me.
So that name means a lot more to you than we even knew, because I never knew that until I
Facts.
heard
Yeah,
you say that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
okay,
He
so
never just popped. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, okay. So how did you get into music? Like, because I'm going back to that. You're in school.
Yeah.
What was you listening to at that time? Like year 10, year 11?
Oh, it's a drum and bass, man.
Oh, was that the drum and bass era?
Skibbity. Yeah, yeah, drum and bass. So yeah, drum and bass. I used to go to Trinity in Woolwich. It's all before the ghetto Woolwich, whatever beef at that time.
Right.
So we used to go up to Woolwich. Well, a bit past Woolwich. Was it Thamesmead? You lot forgive me, yeah. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Trinity in the 90s. Yeah, we used to go up there and we used to spit bars. Shout out to Cozzy, older Cozzy, original Cozzy.
Big up Cozzy, man.
Yeah, older Cozzy,
That's
I'll
my
say.
homie.
Fresh, and then man, Hurricane Crew. That's who I kind of aspire to. Apart from the Skibbities and Shabba, those are my local guys. Buster, you get me, Styly, Nutsy, MC Nutsy.
Big
Those
up
are my
yeah,
guys
big
that
up
used to
Natsy.
like kind of inspire me. Shout out to Flex. So yeah, drum and bass, that was my thing, bro.
But who's your brethren that brought you the tape again? You mentioned
His name's Terry.
Terry, yeah?
Yeah, Tonka T.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the
okay.
guy who brought me the tape, man.
Oh,
And
is it Tonka T?
yeah, that
Okay.
changed me, man. I feel like, like, I'm gonna bust this,
Yeah,
you lot gotta drink
please.
some of this.
Yeah.
I feel like,
Sorry, we're gonna have a little Hennessy pour.
yeah, no, of course we have to, man. It's only right.
You're not in shot anyway, bro.
Yeah. Like,
But yeah, go on.
yeah. So I feel like, and take it for lack of a better word, yeah, that was my. How do I say this without sounding palsy? But in terms of music, that's my virginity. In terms
Okay,
of
that
being
took your musical virginity.
Yes,
Okay.
Don't say he took, no one took.
No, I said it took. You've
The
been,
it,
yeah,
the
see,
tape.
you're,
Yeah. No.
You got are you gonna use the same couple? You on the next one?
You got. What you saying? You got. What's You gotta relax.
You gotta relax, man.
Yeah. Now go on, bro. Just, yeah.
Thank you, Checks. We got Checks, man.
Hennessy for the big boys.
Yeah.
So
Tonka T showed you the set, and that
so
introduced you to drum and bass.
I'm only thinking about it now because that's how it comparison to
Yeah.
I've been, breaking. That was I was like, yo, nothing else matters. Now things matter, but I'm like, yo, okay, I still want to do art a bit, but this is a new phenomenon that I'm digging.
Oh, so you was into art before that?
Yeah, I was in art. I was into art before that in school and that.
Drawing and stuff.
Yeah, I was pretty good. Yeah, I was pretty good. When I went to Hammersmith, the dummy greasy, but anyway, that's another story. I applied for a certain position. Yeah, bless man. I applied for a certain position, like advanced, and they put me in intermediates. I think you just set me up for a year behind.
Yeah.
And I'm doing the work, and they're walking around saying, "Oh wow, look at this." I'm like, "But I told you, you should have saw my work."
Yeah.
So I was kind of mucking about in Hammersmith, to be fair, but I got to meet a lot of my Hammersmith guys, innit? Like Michael King. Shout out to Ripper. Ripper was the original man from Artins that went up there first. Tope, all them man there, and a couple of girls, Jamila, Nicole, Fifi, Fiona. Enough of them I met there. So anyway, but music became my thing.
Okay, so wait, hold on. Let me slow you down because I don't want to miss nothing. I want to get a full picture. So
yeah,
you was creating art from a drawing perspective, and that was your passion or your hobby at that age, yeah?
Yeah, drawing art.
So how did you
graffiti?
So how did you make the transition from, like, because obviously you heard drum and bass, like Terry brought this set to your house and that, but naturally, like what was playing in the household before that?
So yeah, so my brothers came over.
So you told us about Buju. Who was your other brother?
Yeah, Buju. So we got Quincy, we got Jevel, but Jevel came a bit later on. So Prince and Quincy, Buju, aka Prince and Quincy came like about 92.
Right.
Or 90, not about 92. 92. What did I say? Yeah, about 92. They came.
Early 90s.
And obviously they're a bit older than me, so I'm hearing R. Kelly and that. You get me? I'm hearing R. Kelly.
I took about that.
Oh no, he's right. This is
move on.
Yeah.
Go on.
Move on swiftly. Yeah,
let's move on.
But R&B, hearing R&B and that, ragga.
Okay.
Yeah, but ragga. Them times ragga was everywhere anyway. All days when you go to Moonshot and that, you will hear it. When we go to Brockwell, Ladywell Park, we'll hear it. But yeah, from there, they weren't really. By the time that popped off, like the drum and bass stuff, they was out of the house. You know what I mean? They got his place. My brother already passed away around that time. When by the time Terry came around and played me that tape. But we had a neighbor called Leo, and Leo had a little setup in his house, had a keyboard and a mic. So me and my sister go around there, and he used to we made one song. I forgot some Bob Semolina, Mr. Bob Semolina. Bob Semolina, Mr. Bob Semolina. So yeah, I was just rapping in it. I was rapping on the mic. But remember, Dad's a musician anyway.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
And my granddad was a musician as well on my mum's side.
Wow.
And a musician. So yeah, so those were my early influences anyway. But when Terry bought that tape, bro, I will learn it. I will learn. I used to copy Skibbity's lyrics.
Right.
And just write them down.
Okay.
And recite them. You get what I'm saying? I used to recite them until I started making my own lyrics after a while.
Right.
But yeah, those were my influences, man. My neighbor, was my brothers in them, used to play a lot of rap and that, and R&B.
Okay. That's mad. And when you started spitting, is that when you had the name? Was it Smash?
Yeah, you know what? Smash was probably like in primary school.
Oh, so that was like one of your first nicknames.
Yeah. Smash was in primary school.
So as a musician, you was Remerdee.
Yeah, always.
And was it always spelt that way? Because I know the T-shirt weren't spelled like that.
No, it weren't.
You put your own spin on it.
I just put my spin on it, yeah, man. Remerdee.
Right.
Yeah.
I always loved that.
It bugs me out when people spell it wrong. I'm like, you don't rate, man.
Yeah, that stresses me. That means you don't know. Like,
you don't know.
Yeah.
Especially when they spell it the standard way. I'm like, yeah, you definitely don't know.
Yeah, and then
you get it wrong a bit and like, you don't put one E or whatever. I say, yeah, you half know. But if you get spell it
If you just
wrong,
spell
I'm like,
it how it's meant to be spelled, you're not trying at
yeah,
this point.
you're not trying. You're not trying. You failed.
So yes, okay. So yeah. So you started. So you're going Thamesmead or Moonshot. You said
Yeah, yeah, we're going Trinity.
you're
I'm
going
barsing. I'm
Trinity,
barsing.
and
I'm
that's when you're
doing that.
barsing on drum and bass and that.
Yeah, and I'm going jungle. Let's
Jungle,
just
yeah,
get
it
it
was
right,
jungle. Yeah,
jungle.
yeah,
So I
it
was
was
doing that.
jungle.
We had a Chinese center in Deptford I used to go to. So anything, any parties, try and get on the mic. You know, big up Styly. Styly will give me the mic. Let me do my thing.
That's not Styly the Barber, is it?
Yeah.
Is it Barber Styly?
Yes,
Yeah.
bro. Styly the
Okay,
barber,
so
man.
Styly the Barber
Styly's
was
the musician. You know, he's creative in in all aspects. A lot of
yeah.
aspects still. But yeah, he used to be the guy.
I used to hear Styly's name before he was a barber. So
Yeah,
we got
Styly was
Styly,
the
man.
guy, man.
Yeah.
Styly was the guy. Buster was the guy. You know, Buster is one of my ones. You know, fire
Yeah, I know
that I used to
Buster.
look up to. You got what I'm saying in terms of that from a music aspect. Yeah, so I used to go there, get the mic, jump on where I can, and then boy, you know what I mean. Obviously, I've got that voice in it, and then before you know, I'm a household name. You know, house parties, under 18s, um, this event there, this youth club here, any and everywhere. You know, I'll get on the mic and try and get get my bars out. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So at this point, when you're doing this music, is your passion for art gone? Or is it kind of faded? Is it kind of transition, like
It's
changed?
trying. Yeah, I still got an eye for fashion in that, you know. But in terms of practically doing drawings and stuff, I weren't really taking it. You know, I do that odd graffiti trip with my boy Schemo here and there. You know, we go on the tracks and that, and we go and graffiti. But in terms of art and wanting to do the architecture, the fashion and stuff, yeah, yeah, I was just engrossed in music, man, bro. Trust me, man.
Took over.
Took over, man. Took over big time.
I've heard you say even before, like in recent interviews, I've heard you say that music kind of saved your life. Is that fair
Yeah,
to say? Like it saved you in a way?
yeah. From this, but obviously there's many aspects, but being from where we come from, we get into stuff, and that's what I try to normalize. Bro, I don't, not here, I don't glamorize, but you know, we become idle sometimes, especially when mum's not in the home and they're doing a lot of jobs trying to put food on the table. Before the iPads and the smartphones, you find ways to keep yourself occupied. Um, the elders at the time, they weren't, you know, them guys were wearing Rolex watches and Gucci, you know, and driving Porsches at 18, 19 years old. So, you know, we want to aspire. That's our immediate circle. Um, but I just say sometimes, you know, we all have the want for money, but I feel sometimes the want for me to make music and be successful in music was more. So sometimes if it was, I'd rather go youth club and spit bars than go and smash a jewelry shop down. You know what I mean? And nick some jewelry, gold road as you call it. I'd rather, you know, be at home or roll with Funky P and try and get on a station than to go jump on a train and rob the whole train. Get me? You know? But don't get it wrong, you know, those are the sort of things we indulged in. But sometimes I was led to go somewhere else as opposed to like, I ain't got nothing else to do. All right, cool, let's go Trocadero and see how many phones we can get.
This is what
You
I
know
was
who
gonna.
I'm talking about, you know what I mean?
This is what I was gonna
I'm
say,
not gonna
bro.
mention no
Because
names, Job.
we're not
Yeah.
gonna do no incriminating or no
No,
self
no, we don't
snitching.
do no
We
criminal.
don't
I'm
do
too
that.
good
But
for.
I was gonna say that, man, we've had some run-ins and that with the law.
Who, me?
Well, yeah, yeah. Not. I'm not gonna go deep, but I'm gonna say I'm just thinking
Oh,
of it.
drunk in the soda.
Well,
Okay, don't
no,
go.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I don't know if you remember a time, but for whatever reason, and this is all past tense, and this is all but
Allegedly.
allegedly, but this happened. You was in handcuffs for some reason, yeah, and I think you needed to go toilet. Do you
Yeah.
remember this?
Yeah, I remember.
Do you wanna tell me what you
I
did?
remember. Um, you know what? The police, they thought they can outsmart me, but I'm just, you know, I
Yeah,
was Houdini with the thing. But But I told him, you know, they stopped. I think me and Maine, innit?
Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
me and
yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah. No. Yeah,
Me and
man.
Bossman, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they pulled us up. You know, typical. How much times have I been arrested
Exactly. This is what I'm
I've been
saying.
arrested bare times
Yeah,
when we go out.
yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't know who I think I am. Yeah. But anyway, so stopped us, took us out the car, done their normal thing. And I'm telling him I need to go piss. He's saying, hold it. I said, no, I'm bursting. I'm trying to tell them I'm bursting. I'm
Yeah, you were
bursting.
telling him on a level.
Yeah. I said, I'm bursting. So he thinks he's going to get me to piss myself. He was so wrong. You know what I mean? I just found a way to pull my trousers down and piss. And he's like, oh shit, you're pissing on me. I said, I told you. I told you I need to go piss. I told you. You know, that's it, you're arrested. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, no. You know, but he genuinely tries. I think there was was with a lady as well.
Oh wow. So he's trying to
Yeah.
embarrass
You're
you a
trying to
bit.
embarrass
Yeah.
the kid. You can't do that. And see, so thank God sometimes, you know, sagging your pants does work out for you.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I had my
Yeah. That.
button belt up, yeah.
Yeah. That's mad because I
He
always thought,
couldn't
how did you?
believe it.
Yeah.
When it was coming, he couldn't believe it. He probably just thought some warm.
I'm trying to figure out how you position your. They go out the hank like.
I was like that, innit? So I just got to pull it down from the back, and it just, as soon as it come down, bam. And you know when I'm drunk, so I told you, and yeah, and the people in Catford was bending up. There was like, it was in Catford, right, by the town centre.
Okay.
And yeah, it was late, about about 1 o'clock in the morning. But everyone started laughing, man. The officer, man, oh, he pissed on me. Good for you, man. You know, that's one occasion. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. I know there's many. That's what I'm saying. There's many more.
Yeah, I'm prolific still.
Yeah. We ain't like, I've got stories, but we ain't got to go down that road because yes, all right. So you mentioned Funky P.
Yes, man.
How did
Big
you
up
meet Funky P? Because
man.
he's significant to the story of how Garage Essentials came about. Before we go to Essentials, how did you migrate from jungle to garage?
Our girls like garage.
Go where the girls go, innit?
I was adamant, stubborn. I was like, nah, this garage thing, I don't know about it. It's slow, it's bare, like, you know, it's really like just flowery, innit? So I was like, and compared to drum and bass had their vocal stuff, but it was a whole different thing. And Anita, you know, Anita, she's a Nigerian now. Big up Anita.
Big up Anita, man.
You see, again, now it's making sense. Anita's Terry's cousin. Tonka's cousin.
Okay.
So Anita was the one who taught me to go into
So
drum
their
and
family
bass.
bash you.
Yeah, I'm actually freeing it now. So
Yeah.
Anita's like, nah, Junior, yeah, Gary, Jungle's dead. You get what I'm saying? So like I was just shunning it. But when she finally spoke to me and she played me a couple of things, I was like, okay, cool. I guess then I obviously had to change my thing, start slowing it down, start seeing how everyone MC ones and twos. So
Inside all of that.
that's a good question, segueing into why how funky. And I tell you for right now, yeah, and it's bad. And I would probably dial him now because I can't remember.
Wait,
I think
you don't remember how you met him?
Sammy G. I think a guy called Sammy G, which is Terry's next door neighbor.
Listen, hey, Terry's responsible for your career, man. At this point,
Ah, man, yeah,
at this point,
no, Terry, trust me, man.
yeah. Do you still see Terry?
Yeah, he's doing stuff, man.
Yeah.
I spoke to him briefly, but he's up and down. He's got CGC, Cannabis Golf Club. That's what he does, and you know, yeah. So he's out in Uganda and other places in Africa.
Oh, wicked.
You know, growing medicinal cannabis for medicinal use, and you know, plus he's got a golf club. Golf, yeah, club, not club, but
yeah,
club.
no, golf club. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I speak to him here and there. But yeah, from there, I think it's Sammy Sam that linked me up with Funky because he went Lewisham College. So I went to Hammersmith in West London, but then I went back to Lewisham College, and I think I was introduced to him, and he was on station already. Yeah.
Funky P was on station
Yeah,
already.
but I won a competition. That's how I got on Taste FM. I rang up and I done an MC competition and I won. That's how I got my first show on radio.
Do you remember the lyrics? Or?
Yeah.
Do you remember them lyrics back then?
One of them I can remember is Two to Tango, Orange and the Mango, Audi with a Flamenco, in the Costa de Rico, we're flying the border, ooh, to go to Ibiza, what, under the sounds of your Napa, something like that
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, yeah,
That's what, yeah,
yeah.
typical, like,
That 90s
garage
kind of
MC, yeah,
garage
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
So from there, even Bionic's older brother, he's the one who first took me to studio. Albion, my boy Albion, man. Yeah, Albion took me to studio and linked me up with an East London MC called Triple B. Yeah,
Okay, was
big
this
up.
all around the same time though?
This is right, yeah, this is around time, maybe just before Essentials. I mean, Funky
So
P. I'm on
you're back
Taste
at Lewisham
FM.
College.
Yeah, I'm back at Lewisham College. I'm on Taste FM, still a one-man crew.
So
Got
when you wait, so hold on. So when you won the competition, was that just to go on Taste FM as a one-off?
yeah. I won a competition to go on with a DJ called Maverick, and he had an MC already called Bagsy. So I went in there. So Bagsy and Maverick, I keep trying to find Maverick on Facebook or something, yeah. But Maverick was one of the first man to come on. I went on station, Taste FM. So yeah, I was on with them. I was in there for some reason. I don't know. I think I got a bit too big, and I just thought I went left. But really, or something up to the station. I can't remember too tough. Yeah. So yeah, around that time. So yeah, so Funky. I was introduced to Funky, and Funky was on Flashback.
Okay,
Yeah, he had a show on Flashback. So I started going on with him.
okay.
Mm,
And around that time, you said to yourself, "Rah, I want to start a crew now because I'm MCing on my own. You've been doing it on your own. Obviously, you had your people that you were spitting with, but now it's garage days. Garage is popping. You've adapted to it.
yeah,
Funky P, you've met through a mutual friend,
yeah,
Sammy G,
yeah, yeah.
and you said, so how
Two
did you
Face.
say?
Yeah, I've gone mad, you know. You never. This story is so deep because Two Face is from school. You know what I mean? From
So you
secondary
knew Two
school.
Face. You met him when you went to school.
School.
Okay,
Two Face stepper from school, and we used to run around. We used to go everywhere. This is when we was doing our stuff in it. Stratford, everywhere. We used to do stuff. So yeah, so me, Two Face, and Funky
right. So Two
was
Face was there at the start. Then
from the
he was
start.
spitting same time as you.
Yeah, Two Face. He used to be called Wizkid.
Man, like
He said he said
WizKid,
his
you
name. He
imagine.
said he's gonna change his name to Two Face. I said, why are you changing Two Face? Oh no, trust me, just an alias. Trust me. I'm not gonna. I'm Wizkid. I'm Wizkid. I'm Wizkid. The guy changed his name to Two Face, bruv.
Two Face the Pharaoh.
Yeah, he changed his name to Two Face. So yeah, so me, Two Face, and Funky. You know, this time when Socialist was doing their thing, EDF crew and a couple crews were doing their thing. I said, you know what, I want a crew. You know, I think we should make a crew. So I spoke to them guys, and yeah, we just came up with Garage Essentials, man. Yeah,
Okay, so it was just you three to start with,
yeah, just us three.
and I think you said Any came after as the fourth member, or
Yeah,
roughly around that. Yeah,
yeah,
because he was your brethren. How did you meet Any?
because Philip from our school, a guy called Philip, Remerdee,
Oh
yeah, he
wow,
called himself Remerdee. That was my guy, man.
coincidence or
Nah, he's doing it on
based on
purpose.
you? Okay,
Yeah, so Remerdee introduced me to Jamal Jigs, aka the Money Man, Mr. Make It Happen. Yeah, my guy till now.
yeah,
Yeah, so Jigger, Jamal is related to NE.
right.
You get what I'm saying? So Jamal, Phil, Philip, Jamal said, "Nah, you need to meet Remedy. Remedy's he's just he's killing it all over. Like he's shutting it down, innit? He's sick. You need to link him." And Philip said to me, "Oh, I got my guy. He works in a club, and he does this. He's got a studio and whatnot." So Philip taught me to meet Jamal, and then me and Jamal just clicked. You get me? And then Jamal took us to internet station, World Dance Radio. So this was one of the first internet stations ever be launched in the UK. So we was on there. You get what I'm saying? So that's when he brought NE, and NE started coming along. This guy is coming along, just chilling.
Yeah, go on, go on.
Oh, so
Yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
So he was just chilling. Then he took the mic one day and he just said a lyric. Not his own lyric, just the lyric he stole from sort of one old school dancehall or bashment record. I said, cool, man. Because I like the guy's energy in it. So I said, cool. But after a while, you know. I managed to link up with Dizzee, Dizzee in one
Wait,
studio
wait, wait.
session.
Let's not jump there. Yeah, let's not go there yet. Let's not go
That's
there.
what, yeah.
But yeah. Let's not go there yet. But before you get onto that, so just for timeline reference,
Yeah.
when you met Jigger and Ennie and stuff, was you still in school or did you finish school by then?
I finished school.
Yeah, okay.
I finished
So
school.
you'd already been doing your
Essentials,
thing.
like, yeah, when I was like 18, 19.
Yeah, but you know what it is? Your name's been around for so long.
Yeah.
Essentials was around for so long. So I'm just trying to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because I'll tell you what, fun fact, when I was in school,
Yeah.
Essentials were the biggest crew in Lewisham, bro. Like real rap, like I went and said chill, and my brethren, big up Tyson. Tyson, my boy, he was from New Cross. So he showed me about you. He used to come to school going, "Oh my days, it's Remerdee." Do you get me? That was
Yeah.
your thing at the time.
Shout out to Tyson.
So big up Tyson, because Tyson used to say that, and I used to go, right, you don't know Essentials. So you'd put you had your mini disc player, and that's when I heard you.
Home my days.
Home my days. And I
it's
thought your
run
voice stood out. And yeah, so that's the first time I heard you, and that was so that was long time ago. But he knew all your lyrics, whatever. So I knew that's how I knew about you before I'd even met you.
Yeah.
So okay, so you met Ennie and that,
Yeah.
and so when you met you spoke about Dizzee Rascal, yeah.
So it's funny because when I said about Albion, my first studio session, that's when I met Dizzee. My first studio session, because I heard him in the next studio, and it just sounded different. This guy just sounded different to what I'm hearing, what I've heard before, what I'm gonna hear. And yeah, from there I just exchanged numbers. And I said, yeah, man, he used to come around, you know. And it's funny because not too long after I got the show on World Dance Radio, which funny enough was in the same building. You get me?
Oh, the same building as the studio.
Yeah, so it was like a big complex in Greenwich where we done Hazardous Sessions.
Oh, that Greenwich. Okay, cool.
That big studio, yeah, they used to have different Danny.
Danny C.
You got Danny C, but you had Danny S, which was
Okay.
they used to share a studio, funny enough.
Okay.
And Lyndon. So I used to use Danny S's studio, and then Dizzee and Cage had their own studio, like literally next door. So we can hear the music. I was like, what's this, man? You know what I mean? So yeah. From there, that's when we formed. I took his number, and that's when we formed our relationship. Started bringing him around. So yeah, we started bringing. So, and he came. Was on radio. Was on World Dance Radio, and was also on Flashback. It's weird because I think Funky was on Flashback by himself actually.
Yeah.
But was on World Dance Radio. If I'm not mistaken, I'm probably mistaken. But anyway, we end up being on World Dance, and then I think we moved to Flashback permanently. But yeah, we used to bring Dizzee over there, and that was just different, man. So I think Dizzee helped Ennie. Ennie was inspired by me to a certain degree, but I think Dizzee gave him that extra edge. You get what I mean?
Yeah, because when he heard him, that influence that Dizzee had, like it was like something we'd never heard before.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, exactly. And he started coming out, it's me, what hero? I'm a bad man like Sub-Zero. When I'm on a man, keep things on hold.
Was that on Garage or was it just crossing over, innit?
It was on Grime.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like when Dizzee got in, just crossing over.
He was just crossing over still, yeah, because he was still spitting on like sticky and wookie beats, and then it kind of transitioned.
Yeah, exactly.
And I remember there was a set you lot done with Dizzee Rascal.
Yeah,
it was you. Done a few, but there was a set that again, my boy Tyson and that they bust me. Yeah. I heard the set. Do you still have the set? I wish I could find that set. The set was hard.
I think younger. How many Y's I don't know, but Chuku.
Yeah, big up.
He came to my house and he took some tapes. I never saw them again.
Yeah, Young Rem, we need them sets back, man.
Yeah, but I got tapes, but I don't think I still got that one.
Yeah, because that would be gold.
But if you have, no, I'm
gonna try and find it still.
Shut it down, man.
Yeah. So, and Dizzee used to come and check you, and like when he was in South, he would shout you, innit?
Yeah, it would shout me before he comes to South. Let's be specific. It would shout me before he comes to South, especially if he's coming to the ends like Lewisham and that. And sometimes when he goes to Peckham, and just to see, like, yeah, man, cool, I'm coming down, or is it cool? And then like I'll just link him. I'll go to Bo and link him, and we'll come down together and do whatever we do. But I was always on the phone to him, always encouraging him. You know what I mean? Nah, you're gonna do good, man. You're sick. You got it. You know what I mean? Just
You saw
trust.
that in him from
Yeah,
early.
yeah, yeah. From early. You just. I feel like with Dizzee, many people saw him. You heard him like you're a different thing. Almost like when Gigs got, got that emergence, that research, like when he found his feet. You get me? So, yeah, with that, sorry, I'll just say so around that same time, Jamal took us to studio. No, he linked us up with a guy called Moses through a guy called Xavier. Yeah, Xavier, big up Xavier Buckwild, yeah. And he took us to a studio.
That Moses that used to have like War Kitchen.
DJ Moses.
Yeah.
That's how we made Get Over It.
Oh, okay.
You get me? We made Get Over It because Moses was just supplying beats. Big up DSL as well. DSL is one of the main producers. That's Ennie's cousin. He used to make us a lot of production as well, man.
Okay.
You know.
And just for those people listening now that don't know, Get Over It was one of your like main songs at the time for Garage Essentials.
Yeah, that one and Drama, like Rich. Drama. Bulletproof Vest, Drama.
We got Vince in the building. Yeah,
Drama.
yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's Essentials thing. Yeah, so Drama, Unorthodox, Get Over It. And look who's doing it. Okay, we're
No, you gotta relax. Wait, who made Drama?
DSL. DSL made
So
Drama.
DSL was making the rhythms.
DSL had so many beats. You know, a guy's got so much beats. You don't do nothing. You got so much. You start something, then you start another thing.
Yeah.
You know, at the same time, we were producing in Annie's yard. Everyone started producing.
Is that who did you make Unorthodox beat with him?
No, by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, Unorthodox is
yeah. You know, I never forget that. Do you remember Unorthodox beat?
Yeah.
Unorthodox beat. That was one of my favorite rhythms. Yeah. You made it, so you produced that on your own.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that because? Yeah. Is that go back to when you saw Dizzee producing and making P's off of his rhythms?
You know what? No, I think that was after, because when I saw Dizzee making P's, Boss was already there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, your brother was already in the mix by that time. You got what I'm saying? So, no, I just like, you know what? It's more Funky P, because Funky used to produce some Music 2000, and I thought, let me give it a hand, let me give it a go, and I was all right with it. You know what I mean? And from there, I moved to Logics. So that was a thing.
Unorthodox beat was cold, man.
Yeah, I know.
I bet you don't even own that
Why
tune.
they call you Kid Man? Huh?
I act like a kid and I look like
I don't know where it...
You need to have... I'm going to dig it up still.
Yeah, then I made a remix. Not me. Who made the remix, actually? It went...
I remember the remix. I think you made that with someone at college. Was it my brother?
No,
it was someone at college or something, I believe.
Someone at college went mad on it.
They went crazy. They spazzed it. Yeah, they spazzed.
Elsie.
Was it Elsie?
Was it Elsie?
I don't know.
Might have been Elsie still.
Yeah, but I remember
Might have been Elsie. Yeah, sorry, bro.
Okay, no, it's cool, man. So, what you want, the Henny?
Where the Henny at,
checks.
Man?
Sorry, bro.
Hennessy for the crispy taste.
Because remember, we're going to get you that sponsorship.
Cut me a check,
we're
man.
We're going to talk to the right people,
Black
man.
excellence. What else can you want?
Yeah.
There you go, bro. Just put
go on.
This there. Just put couple.
Yeah, your hand ain't in shot checks.
Just put couple zero. No, not a couple zeros. I've gone mad. Put like 7 zeros behind that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100. So, okay, so Garage Essentials is formed now.
Yeah.
And you've kind of, you're transitioning from garage to grime. You've had your taste on...
This is nice.
You've had your taste of radio. So you've done the internet radio station. You've done Taste.
Flashback. Yeah.
Flashback. Which
flashback.
Is all...
Murking on Flashback right now.
Yeah. That's where you kind of made a big impact, innit?
Yeah.
Flashback, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you met DJ Bossman, because you had
Elsie.
Funky P. Where did Elsie come in?
Elsie.
How did you meet Elsie?
I think me, Annie, and it's a lot of going on. Me, Annie, and we went to the youth club in Deptford, and yeah, he was just spinning.
Okay.
And he was just doing a madness on the decks. He was mixing like Busta Rhymes and grime and garage.
He used to do that, innit?
Yeah, and a bare different things. So we just said, this guy's nuts. So
okay, so
you know
recruited him because that's what you was doing. Because you've always had an eye for talent. like you said, and even up
yeah,
to now. So
yeah, yeah,
that's what you was doing back then. You was kind
yeah,
of scouting.
yeah, yeah.
So you've got Any on board. You've got, is Funky P still there with LC?
yeah.
You've got Funky P, LC, Any.
Any Two-Face.
Two-Face is already there. Can't
Two-Face
forget
already
Two-Face.
there.
And then how does Gender?
Pepper. So Gender.
Oh yeah, Pepper as well.
Yeah, so Gender and Any, the Gender and LC more or less together, because Gender was at as that youth club as well.
Okay.
So we grabbed Gender, but Gender was at the time, Gender had lyrics, but he used to mumble a lot. You know what I mean? So, but I said, still, yeah, let's just bring him on. I know around us, he'll sharpen up, innit? And that's a bit weird. Who would you say came first, Kidman or
For me, or Gender. I feel
Gender or
like Gender
Kidman?
was around, but at the time, because he was a bit younger than you lot,
I
he
think
was considered like on the come up kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we used
yeah,
to hear his name, but Kidman
yeah.
was kind of starting to, do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm trying to trying
Yeah,
to remember, because
yeah.
Pepper Shortness, I can't remember the order, so that's a bit phasey. But Gender and Elsie was from the same youth club, and you know Elsie was seasoned. Gender needed a bit of thingy, so kept on working on him, and then yeah, he became who he is. You know what I'm saying? Same thing
Okay.
with Kidman, was a bit. It was good, but he used to like whisper in it. Same thing with Pepper. They always used to do it, and then we used to like encourage them to say, "Yo, say what you're saying, or don't say it at all."
Yeah,
You
yeah,
feel
yeah.
me?
Say it from with chest.
And then Pepper just came to light, but
Pepper was cold.
Pepper's hard, man. See Pepper from then, he used to listen to a lot of like Play Galero and them, man, from way back, secretly. You get what I'm saying? So when Pepper comes, Pepper was very elusive. He'll come every like 3, 4, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. But when he came, he always leveled up. And his rhyming pattern, I was like, you know what I mean? And he'd go to me, oh, you know, absencee's power rem. And I'll be like, what? But then when I thought about it, I said, nah, if you're leveling up every time you come, you get me? But it's not really, it's not, you know, it's not conducive to what we're doing, but still, you're coming and you're showing up. Yeah.
Okay. So you got a roster, and then you met DJ Bossman.
Yeah, Bossman.
I heard you say when you was doing the interview with
Beat them
D
in
Gully
join.
and ASB, you said you can't beat them, join them. And you said you recruited my brother. You recruited Bossman. I saw it a bit different. But let me see how you tell it.
No, you tell me how you see it, man.
No, I see it like he said he was going to be in Essentials and he joined Essentials.
Oh, seen. I like that.
But obviously you had to give it the green light. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But don't talk about my brother like that. No, I'm playing. No, I'm playing.
Yeah.
But you linked him.
No.
He linked you. He found you.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's my brother. So he was like, nah, these lot are the ones that have got the wave.
Yeah.
So he said he needed to.
Yeah.
So when you bucked him, do you remember when you first bucked him? Because I feel like you bucked him on Stansted Road.
I've given him some tunes and that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think I went to give him some tunes. Man had a chain on. I was driving I think was it that Fiesta?
Yeah, the
Some
blue Fiesta.
Fiesta. So this guy is like a proper like music drum and bass. He might be like an old school drum and bass guy, innit? I'm like, nah, this guy's on point. Then did I give him or he gave me a CD? I don't know.
No, I think you gave him a CD with Essentials tunes.
Yeah.
And he gave you a CD of his mixing.
I think, and then I invited him on a set, and yeah, it was just problems from there. I said, nah, my man's mad. Yeah, so then I think a couple sets, and then I said, bro, yeah. I said what he probably programmed me to say anyway, because his brother's a mastermind. So he's gone off and then he's rang me, you get me? I think a few days later, I'm gonna join.
Yeah.
He's gonna join. This guy,
Yeah, exactly.
So I said, yeah, cool, man. You know what I mean? I think that same time, yeah. I think all that by that time, M2J's come and left, Speedy's come and left, Shocks has come and left. Yeah, Shocking Inferno. Yeah, he came and left. Yeah, excuse me if I miss any names, but yeah, so that by that time it was Bossman, LC, Shortness, Kidman, Two-Face, Pepper, me. Yeah, and that's it, innit? Gender. Yeah.
Right, and Funky P had gone his own way.
Yeah, Funky P had gone his own way, man.
So that's when that's the Essentials that we kind of got familiar with, like beyond just the ends. we got familiar with like
The golden team.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And
Yeah.
then around that time, is that where you kind of met Da Vinci?
A bit earlier before that. Just a bit more before.
Sorry, how did that come about?
Uh, if I remember, yeah. So I think the boy, any
Yeah,
must have got some sort of contact with Paper Chase.
Paper Chase, which is the label, just to
Yeah, with
clarify,
Rob.
Paper Chase
So
was the label
yeah.
that Da
So I got
Vinci was under at the time.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
big up
So
Rob as well.
yeah, big up Rob, man. So and he's like, yeah, some guy's got a studio and got a little label and they want us to come. So all right, cool, let's go. You know, we went and to a studio in Camberwell, Wharf Road. Off Wharf Road, yeah.
Back to Peckham sides.
Yeah, always. That's my second
But I
home,
know
innit?
it's your
Might as
second.
well,
That's what I'm
because
saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
Ghetto Boys is Sam Peckham way.
Because you went
Peckham Boys is
school in
Sam Ghetto
Peckham.
boy. Yeah, everyone say whatever they want to say in it, but I had links in Peckham. I had links in Brixton. I had everyone. Anyway, so I was on the Wharf Road. We went to Wharf Road to a studio, and yeah, coming. Rob was there. I think another individual there, and then yeah, Da Vinci was by the keyboard, like by this small guy by this big, big, big what they call mixer.
We got Da Vinci's in the
You
building
know what
as
I
well.
mean? And started playing tunes or that.
Was you like? Had you bought that before? Like seeing like a youth, because he
No,
was a youth, innit? Like
no.
Vinci
He
was a
said
child.
16, 17,
That's
16 if
a
that,
child
16,
though, in front
17.
of a big mixing
Yeah,
desk.
yeah.
Had you
No,
seen that before?
no, never. Remember, and we're coming out. All right, cool. All right, okay, cool. Yes, but grime music, innit? Just really coming into the grime. But you see youths them trying the thing on Fruity Loops Music 2000. But to see like a young teenager behind such a big system, and then not only that, but play stuff that I heard, I was like, fuck, mate. You know what I mean? I remember, can't remember the name of the song, but I remember, I know, I don't want to get them wrong, but yeah, I know what I heard. And then he played, I think, and forgive me if I get it wrong, but when he played Doing It Now, I think it was more or less suggested this is the one. You get me? And everyone was like, yeah, you get me?
Right. Doing It Now was
Yeah,
another big single.
yeah. So and he jumped on the chorus, and it was more so to like try to stretch us out a bit and get us around the UK. That's why you hear only Stonebridge, Tottenham, Slough. Look who's doing it now. Nuclear Skate, Broccoli, Catford, Lewisham, Wait, Deptford, Lewisham now. Stonebridge, Tottenham, Slough. Look who's doing it now. I will completely rock it up. No one will do it any better. Gender the tape deck record. CD. Jeez.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that was the thing, and then just because we went from Get Over It, which was essentially like Unorthodox was great, but it was like tinny, just me doing my thing, yeah. Drama was same thing, tinny doing our thing, but then Get Over It was really a jack beat essentially in it. So when we done the Yuki doing that's like us jumping on like proper level music. You get what I mean? So yeah, man, that's the first time we met Da Vinci, Rob, and the Paper Chase team still.
Okay. So did you ever sign with Paper Chase, or was you just rep like?
We never signed. We're just like we're just going with the flow.
Yeah, like a
Like just
partnership. You lot was
yeah,
like a
there was no
family.
paperwork. Man record, them not put it out. Whenever we got any piece from them records from Jenny and them not, like at the time, you know what I mean? But yeah, we'll get to that anyway. But yeah, so it wasn't really just just working together, trying to make things happen. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. So by that time you dropped the garage. Obviously, you're not doing garage no more, so you're just essentials now.
Yeah. So we dropped this. Yeah.
Yeah. And then at the time in South, we didn't have many grime crews that
Yeah.
were like buzzing outside of South.
Yeah.
You guys started to transcend and make noise in other regions and stuff. And also, I might be wrong in saying this, but I feel like you guys were definitely the first Lewisham crew to be on Deja.
Ah, so you didn't want to say the first South crew?
I didn't want to be wrong.
Yeah,
But you were probably the first South Korean, innit?
It's all right to assume that, have a strong assumption.
That's true.
But to my opinion, to my knowledge, yeah, I agree. Probably
You was
done
the
it
first.
yourself. It
Yeah.
wasn't easy.
Yeah.
In terms of grime,
In terms of grime, yeah, you're the
course we were.
first grime South
course we
crew to
were.
go on Deja. That's
Monday to
a
Sunday,
fact.
there was no South crew.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Mm-mm.
How did that feel like? Because obviously around the time it was like if you went to East, people would mumble and say these that are selling out. Not specifically you lot, but that was part of the talk as well. How did you
Yeah.
deal with that at the time?
You know what? Flashback, yeah. I think, to be honest, because Flashback used to be run by Tricky. It's a guy called Tricky, and I don't remember the other guy again, man. But Tricky.
Not to be mistaken with Tricky.
No, not the Trick, not
Yeah.
Tricky from Hackney.
Yeah, okay.
Tricky from like radio Tricky, like a white guy called Tricky, and he's the one who kind of Funky P us lot used to deal with. But Tricky made a transition and brought on a guy called Danny Blaze to run the station. Now, Danny Blaze was originally a DJ. Station got too big, I think, for Danny. You get me? And this is me, just a strong assumption, yeah? Long story short, there was an incident, yeah, when then this grime thing started, when Dizzee weren't getting allowed on certain stations. And obviously, if you're talking super crowd, remember, we moved from garage now to grime, innit? I'll bore you. Or, jack your phone, take your phone, make your phone my phone.
That was the talk,
you know what I mean? You're coming from there. So it's a bit more, it's a bit more thingy. It's a bit more thingy. So one time there was a meeting, yeah, and Danny said to me, Rem, like, keep talking about firearms. Like, do you have some? I said, what are you talking about?
And who's this meeting with?
I got 2.
Flashback.
You know
what's
what I mean?
funny? I was gonna bring this up, but
So you know.
I know, bro. Remember,
And you know,
I know
like
everything.
I don't talking it like I had 2. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel.
What station was that?
Flashback.
That was Flashback, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So what I'm trying to say that to say, it became friction there. And the station got dead out anyway. So we had to find somewhere. And there was no, we tried to do Delight, but by the time you see Main, obviously Bossman's with us now, innit? So obviously I don't know what happened with Delight, but we're not on Delight and we're not going to go down there. So we said, look, man, there's a lot of fire these times when you got Roll Deep killing it on Deja Vu. Everyone's there, Nasty Crew's there. We're thinking it's only right we go over there. I don't know how we're going to go in there. We're going to go in there. So RIP Storming. Yeah. Storming, yeah. Quick one, yeah. Storming, yo, well gone, fam. Yeah, well gone. Yeah, I got some music for you. Cool. I'll link you. Went to go and link Storming. Took the CD, got home. Gave man Dizzy's whole album unreleased.
He gave you Dizzy's album?
He gave me Dizzy's album.
Boy in the
instead
Corner?
of the Nasty Crew tunes. Yeah, Boy in the Corner before it came out. That's why you hear your brother banging out bare the tunes ahead of time.
Okay.
Not because Rascal gave it to me. Rascal gave me a couple of tunes, but Bossman got that. Yeah, he made that.
Yeah, and he wasn't letting go of that.
And enough man used to ring him asking for the tunes. You get what I mean? Even Elsie, I think. Yeah, Elsie got some of it. So yeah, but Storming's the one who said, look, come. We got a meeting every so forth. Come there. So we used to go to the meeting, monthly meeting, and just sit there at the end. So, yo, you get me? Essentials, we're looking for a show, you get me? Like, what I've gone. There's no shows at the moment, but you lot are on the list. Come back. Next month we'll go there, sit there, pretend that we care, listen to everything. Well, yeah, we'll listen to everything. At the end we'll ask them again, what's going on? You get what I mean? No show yet. Rem, this is Diesel, innit? Rem, no shows yet, but trust me, something's coming up. 3rd month we go, we're chilling. End of it. And we start getting a bit thingy now, man. So, what's going on? You get me? What's going on? What, no show? You know what? Yeah, we're going to sort you out. And I think we got like a Tuesday show, 12 to 2 or something like that. Then from there, we got the 2 to 4 on Monday. From 2 to 4 on Monday, it was like, I think we got like the 8 to 10 or 10 to 12 or something like that. You get what I mean? So because that Monday set was like super Mondays, innit? Nasty Crew. Because I remember there's a time we was after Rough Squad, or before Rough Squad. Rough Squad was 4 to 6. We was 2 to 4. Then we got set where it was like, I think 10 to 12. After East Connection or before East Connection, can't remember. But yeah, so we just made, you know what? That was the obvious next move for us. You know, go to East London, get the spotlight, because they
That's
they
where
had
it
the
was
shine.
at. Yeah, that's where it was at,
That
man.
was the Hollywood. You get what I'm saying? That makes sense. That was the New York.
How did that feel though? Like going there, you're leaving the ends. Remember, you lot are early 20s. You're young, you're kids basically. Like, how did that feel to just jump in a whip and
Bro, that's a minor, man. That's what I'm saying. We're facing them lot, Stepper and Greggs and Topsy and them, man. Ripper, we used to always travel anyway. We used to go all over. We used to travel from school. We used to go Stratford. We used to go everywhere, start doing stuff.
so you was used to traveling?
Traveling, especially
Oh.
going to college as well in West London. I'm used to traveling, but you know, and then definitely gonna travel for the music. So we just thought, you know what, man, you gotta follow the yellow brick road, and that was where it took us to. And you know, was persistent, and you know, it put us amongst the elites.
And back then, it was more about like, because radio was the forefront of everything. If you
Yeah.
weren't on a certain radio station, you didn't have it. Like it wasn't about mixtapes and EPs and stuff at that time. It was about doing sets, isn't it?
Yeah.
So back then, who's some of the people that you lot was rubbing shoulders with doing sets with?
What are them?
Yeah, them times when you obviously you've made it onto Deja now.
Yeah.
Then you said you met Stormin and that. Who's some of the people that you stumbled
Nasty
across?
Crew, East Connection. What's them guys' name? Meridian. What's those guys? Fresh and Ryder and them, man. They were part of sort of East
Yeah, they
Connection
joined
anyway.
East Connection
They
in
was like
the end.
East
Yeah.
Connection, Rough Squad. Done a little bit, done little sets with them. Yeah, that was really who we was, you know, but definitely Nasty Crew. Nasty Crew, Embrace Man still. Yeah. We should have done more sets, but I feel like me and D Double had a relationship from before when when I used to hear him, and then I met him at one park festival. That's how I got to know D Double. But Storming, we had a relationship pause before, you know what I mean? Bigger than actual doing radio sets. Because he would talk to man and tell man certain things and bring man around certain things. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, and
Way after the NAA beef from this brother, I tell you.
yeah, you see the thing is like there's bare things to touch on, pause, and I'm conscious of that.
Yeah.
I'm conscious of time,
Yeah.
and I'm also conscious that just because we're doing this interview now doesn't mean this is the only interview we're ever gonna do.
That's right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and a big thing for me is I'm very like focused on your story, like because I know there's bare things about you that a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
So you're doing sets and stuff.
Yeah.
You're recording with Da Vinci and Paper Chase. So you're making your own singles.
Yeah.
Tell us about some of the singles that come out at that time. You told us about
Doing it now.
Doing It Now.
I know Jenny.
Do you know Jenny?
Yeah.
Big up Jenny, man.
Nah, yeah.
You done Jenny?
Yeah. Just our experiences from you know, done Jenny, done Last Night, Shut Down Shop, Eyes on You, Frontline, K Dot, it's a couple, man. If you know, churn them out, man. So yeah, that was high level music, man. High level music. That's always considered as, oh, yo, them essential ones, man. Oh, they make top level music. Oh, this because they got Da Vinci. Like Da Vinci was like a Pokemon, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
like
It was
a
a cheat
Pokemon
code.
card.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
So like they're like, yeah, Da Vinci, but they don't know say that I still used to spend time in it, like really. And credit to D as well. I learned a lot in it. Like D won't let you out of the booth until you get it right.
D is in Da Vinci, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Da Vinci ain't gonna let you out the booth. So Da Vinci, certain level, and he expects a certain level from you, really, and it kind of helps you. And I took that moving forward, even with my management career as well.
Same. Yeah, he's very like resilient. He's like regimented.
Yeah, I put it out.
Perfectionist.
Yeah, and it's a good thing. in a sense. So yeah, so those are some of the stuff we came. Jenny done really well. That was one of our big tunes. You know what I'm saying? Um, last night,
That was my favorite.
last night,
Last night was my favorite.
yeah, even part 2 that didn't even come out.
I jumped on that. I didn't like my verse though.
Part 2, what part 2?
Well, I don't know if it was part 2
Yeah,
or
yeah,
a
part
remix.
2,
Yeah, I jumped
part
on
2
it,
for
but
the album.
I didn't like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But we'll get to the album and
yeah,
stuff.
cool.
But yeah, so we've dropped
Yeah.
loads of these songs. State Your Name. Where's that in the midst of these tunes?
State Your Name is it's just probably just after like starts last night.
Yeah, because State Your Name was like Channel U days, innit? That's when that started to
Yeah,
come
yeah,
around. Yeah, yeah.
that started to bubble up.
Yeah,
You
it's a
get
bit
me?
later.
Yeah. So I put that. I'll say I put it together,
Yeah.
and that's what I tried to say on some other thing. I put it together. I had the the composition and whatnot. However, Bossman Da Vinci went and cleaned it up. You know what I mean?
The
After I
production.
made people vocal it and whatnot, and they come and link me one day, and they just played in the car, and I remember I nearly smashed Bossman's car door because the finished mix was like, I was like, what the fuck is this? It's so many stuff going on. But yeah. So State Your Name was at that time, you know.
Okay, and it's mad. There's so many things. But did you get that idea from the D Block tune?
Mm, yeah, a proportionate, of course. Of course. I can't just say that out of the blue. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely.
No, yeah. No, I'm
Definitely.
just
I
checking.
was a locks. It was locks. I was a locks.
Yeah, and then you done remixes and that. Yeah. So you wasn't just MCing. You was a visionary.
Yeah, I'll say that. I'll say so.
Yeah, I'll say it. I'll say it for you. Even if you don't say it, I'll say it because I
Yeah.
used to see you have these visions and these plans. Like, where does that come from? Like,
God, bro. I say that for sure.
I hear you.
Because it comes from somewhere, innit? Like it comes from somewhere, but it's not for me. But obviously, blessed to see to foresee things and not only foresee, have that urge and that drive to want to see it through. Because a lot of us have the vision in it, but to see it through is another thing. So yeah, I would say that creativity has always been a thing. So probably go back to architecture and art and be able to just have something and draw it and bring it into 5D effect. To say that.
Right. So at this point now, so Essentials is it's gone past just being a Lewisham household name. You lot are ringing bells in the whole grime scene. You're doing DVDs. You're doing
Yeah.
Sidewinder tape packs at the time. Sidewinder was the
Sidewinder.
biggest kind of rave at the time.
Yeah.
You lot are making singles as well as doing sets and shelling sets. Because your chemistry on sets was crazy. I saw it firsthand.
Yeah.
But then you're making actual quality music, like you said. You've got Bossman and Da Vinci. You've got Da Vinci's making a lot of the production, but you've got the ear of Bossman and the mixing.
Myself, yeah.
So at this time now, where are you in your head? These times, is this like you're wearing dark and cold and that, like
rocking out dark and cold?
Yeah, you're wearing dark and cold. You're going to that shop in Lewisham Way. Where's that shop in Lewisham Way you used to go and get fresh? Remember that shop in Lewisham Way, man? It's just past the college. And there was a shop on the left. You used to go there and get clothes and that.
Oh, Rock Bottom.
Rock Bottom. This is all this time.
Oh my days.
Yeah. I remember.
Rock Bottom, man. Rock Bottom, yeah.
Yeah, they used to, you used to have little endorsements like, you had,
yeah. Ah, man, yeah.
So you lot was doing up business early because you was, did you have a dark and cold sponsor in the end? Or did that come later?
Sponsor is in giving us clothes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But that's not a sponsor. That's just like giving clothes, innit?
Yeah. They was giving you clothes
for free.
Right. So at this point now, you lot have kind of got things on Smash and that. And as things progress, we start to notice that Essentials ain't kind of as together as they once was. Excuse me. So I know you had some things going on in your personal life, and I remember this specifically. Obviously, me being close to you, and also my brother being Bossman, I used to get the inside scoop. Did one of your other brothers pass away at this time?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. yeah. So one of my brothers, my stepdad passed away. It gets mental. So my brother passed away. So Gerald passed away. At a time where 2004, around that time anyway. Yeah. So yeah. So he passed away. Cancer. You know, testicular cancer. So yeah.
At a young
Yeah.
age.
At a young age. Yeah. So I think he was about 20 something.
R.I.P. man. Sorry to hear
Yeah,
that.
man. So yeah. So at that time, right there and then, so it done a lot for me. Again, you know what I mean. So that time, yeah, it was either yeah. So I was kind of annoyed, and then I looked at everything that was going on. I said, okay, yeah, we're doing all this stuff, but we're not making no money from it, really. You get what I'm saying? And everyone's dropping albums, and we're not really, we're due to do a body of work, and that's when we devised the plan. You get what I mean? And that was purely out of it's either I quit or we do this.
Yeah.
And I think some individuals said it, but they didn't really mean it, and they didn't have to. You know what I mean? Speak your mind. Mm. So yeah, it's kind of at the time it was kind of it was all a bit of a blur, to be fair.
Yeah. I can imagine.
You know what I mean?
From what I saw as an outsider, it feels like you was affected, obviously, as you would be, by a lot of the stuff that was happening in your personal life. But as you say, you're giving your all to music.
Yeah.
So it's not like now where man are making racks and racks and racks off music.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving your all to this thing, and you're not earning enough to like say this is my full-time job.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is it fair to say you was kind of caught in limbo, like, right, if we don't give this last final push,
Yeah.
then I'm just not on it. Especially with all the stuff you had going on anyway.
Yeah. You know me, I always like, to get my phones, do my thing in it. Like, make money, little money here and there, and just do my thing. You got what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was it. And sometimes you got to cut the parachute, and that's what I attempted to do. But I didn't know everyone else was wearing parachutes.
Yeah, yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean? Oh, man, didn't want to jump. We don't want to jump. It's just, or not even want to jump. We want to just, But sometimes you feel like you say what seems right at the time.
Right.
But yeah, I said, look, man, cool. Why not do this thing? But if we're gonna do it, we've got to do a body of work, and this is this plan or whatever, which is always open to debate.
Yeah. And so just let's try and go through this quite quickly because we're a bit
Yeah,
rushed for time, but
yeah, well,
can't rush greatness, but we have to just go through it.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
the plan was basically, because of everything that was going on, you kind of decided to let's announce to the world and to the whole industry, the scene, that we're not doing the essentials thing no more. We're splitting up,
yeah, which was not the case.
which
Yeah,
was not the case, but it was a nice marketing strategy. So that when you come back together, you drop this amazing album, because I've heard a lot of the music,
mm,
and you hit them back with a bang, basically.
yeah, yeah. I lied.
Yeah, Vince, you were there.
Was it a mad idea? Or at the time, was people like, no, okay, I'll reword it. Was people like, yeah, 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 yeah.
Wait, come this way, come back this way, come back this way. You're going off shot. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Stay there, yeah, stay there, stay there.
Sorry, I didn't even if I go. I'm sorry, that's just a quick one of like, at the time, was it a thing like people like, did you?
If I'm saying I remember, I'd be telling a lie.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
in that moment, if I remember about that moment, I'd be
Yeah,
lying.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's a bit thingy, but would you say there was a big like reluctancy to what we was doing? Because we was going studio at the time, weren't we? We was going to Stratford, was doing Arif or something like that.
Arif, yeah, yeah.
Arif, not that Arif, another Arif that was in Stratford. That he had a 6 setup.
Zeke.
And Zeke as well. But Zeke, we went from Arif to Zeke after. But at the time before, okay, we say Arif, we went to, was it Wandsworth or something? We went Quay, we used to go Quay to
Yeah, Arif was
doing the
like
album.
South kind of, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, I'm just trying, because my inkling, I didn't get no sort of like resistant, or nah, this is mad, let's not do it. We just got like a quick, like everyone
everyone
just said,
felt on board, yeah,
excited, yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense. Wow, everyone. And I say that I didn't dream up the whole idea. People start talking, we start putting things together to why it made sense. You got people talking, whatnot, and it allows us to just focus on the album and not being going pirate radio or going to this thing, and it just brings, you know, like the thing of we come back, shows appreciation because you know what you lost in it, so you can't remember. Yeah,
Vince
I hear you.
I remember bits and pieces.
Yeah.
I remember I was in the studio and not moving.
I know, I
Yeah.
know, I know.
I never got caught up in any of the politics, if you remember. Like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
studio
Yeah,
inside.
Vince was
I hear
a
you.
studio rat.
Da Vinci don't want to say nothing, calm.
No.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
You know what?
Nothing major anyway.
believe
nothing,
him.
If I remembered,
no, it's
Yeah.
nothing major.
I'm allowed
Yeah,
to
yeah.
say my
It's
Yeah,
nothing,
yeah.
yeah.
Fact.
saying what I remember, I'd be lying if I said more.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for real, respect that, man.
Yeah, so it's fair to say that things didn't go to plan.
Yeah.
Because not everyone was on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, where does that, like, I know there's a lot of stuff that happened, but where does that leave you, Remerdee?
What, when?
When stuff goes left and that, and essentials, the plan doesn't end up being what it is,
Mm-hmm.
where does that leave you in life?
So at the time I'm in a relationship, obviously. I'm trying to do music, but I'm trying to hustle at the same time. Shortly after, I find that the person I'm with is pregnant. You get what I'm saying? That mixed up with being a bit heartbroken about the whole situation, and you know, me becoming a father, it kind of leads me to just like, I'm half-hearted in music, innit? I'm hustling this and that, trying to put stuff out, putting things out, but I'm saying to them, I'm doing this, you get what I'm saying? I'm hustling and whatnot, and trying to come to the realization that I'm going to be a dad. You get what I'm saying? All that thing, unprepared and whatnot, trying to find my feet at the time. So yeah, I just got a different sort of focus at the end of the day. You get me? And like you said, I was dealing with other things, you know, due to all of that stuff. You get me? Due to not me even speaking as well, and me just feeling a certain way, you know? So, yeah, at the time, yeah, music was like almost like the back burner. I love music, but to be like at the forefront wasn't necessarily a thing.
Right, I got you.
Done a couple of little projects here and there, you know.
I was gonna speak about them.
Big up Fiasco and them lot. Done a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna speak about them, man, because and I think I might have skipped past this, but you also done a solo project.
Which one? Public Demand. Yeah.
That touched us. That touched the streets, man.
Yeah, you see how it's just funny because we talk about GPP, T-Total and them lot, Dennis Rowe and them lot, you know, and they're bringing some life over to that studio when there weren't no life at the time. You know, me starting to go there, and before you know it, we're doing sound weather sets there. You get me? Doctor comes over there. Things are happening. So that just for me, you know what? That was just me, I know. And we timestamp it to when my brother died.
Yeah.
Or even before that, just a bit after that.
Yeah, but Public Demand.
Yeah.
What did that mean to you? Dropping your first solo.
It's all right. You know what? It was just a thing. I don't know. Like it was all right. It was all right. Weren't fully the way I wanted it to be, but it was all right. It was all right. Yeah, I'm a perfectionist. You know.
Sounds like you didn't love it. It sounds like
didn't really love it. You know, didn't really love it. But couple of the stuff I like on there, but a lot of mishmashy things that. But I still get a lot of people saying, "Oh yeah, Public Demand," because it's the only body of work I done. So you can only judge what I've done, innit? Or like what I've done. If I put another one out, I say, "Yo, this is what." You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I done that at Devo with GPP. Shout out to T-Total, who helped me put that together. You know, and at the time T-Total was just trying to get his head around engineering again and getting it to a certain level. So we just done what we could with what we had. You get me?
One thing I known, and again, we was talking about first earlier. One thing I want to say you was first to do was put like an African accent in your bars.
Yeah, I
Give
got
them style and flow.
I got a stick from Robert for that, you know. He said, which one? I said, which one? You don't know, innit? Which one? I see what I'm saying. Back again, picking on the African boy again.
Yeah,
You
because
know what I mean?
no one was familiar with it.
Yeah, Skepta used to rate that. Which one now? You don't want to tell which one? You don't want to sound like this one? Yeah.
Yeah, what
Big
made
boy,
like
oh,
you
girl,
wanted
which
to
one? I
you
don't
wanted
know.
to show your culture and be proud of it, like on
Yeah, you know, and you know what, like, because apart from spending time with man, I spend time with my brothers and them a lot as well. And action, we do action, innit? We do action, we do business.
action.
So, that was a part of me as well. So yeah, I'll be with a man, then at the same time I'll go link my brother at ease and chill with them, drink and go out to certain clubs with them. So that was always a thing with me anyway. So I just intertwine it naturally.
Yeah.
You get me? Skepta used to always shout at me and say, bro, you're flying the flag still. Yeah,
Yeah, you was one of the first. I want to give you your flowers, man. Give you your credit because, like I
Bro.
said, you was doing a lot of things first,
Yeah.
and you set a lot of trends. And I just want to show that, right? Like it was noticed.
Love,
Do you
man.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
You doing that, it got us. I'm from the Caribbean, but it got a lot of us saying, "Which one now?"
Yeah,
Even my man them to this
Bobby,
day.
where's the
Bobby, where's
leckers?
the leckers? Hey, do you know what I mean? The whole culture, we
Trust me.
embraced it. Yes,
Yeah, where's the yash?
yeah.
Where's the liquors, Bobby? I thought that.
This is what I'm saying. So I want to big up you for that, man, because
Yes.
before you, I never heard anyone on Grime or Garage from our generation do that.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing.
You gotta go boldly where no man has gone before. It's gotta be boldly. You can't just go, innit? You gotta go boldly. And it's just, something and it's, you know what? Not to say I was even being brave in the same sentence, you know what I mean? Just me, innit? Without care what people are gonna say or whatever.
You never cared, man. That's one thing. You was fearless, man. Like you didn't care what people had to say. You was like, I'm Remerdee. We're essentials. We're from here. You always was the first to speak up.
Yeah.
No, that's powerful, man. And public demand, like you said, you didn't see it as what you would have wanted it to be. But for us, a lot of us that were younger and that was listening to them mixtapes, we was fucking with that, man. Like, and your ability on the mic, like a lot of people don't talk about it necessarily publicly. Behind the closed doors, they do.
Yeah.
But you was cold with it, bro. Like,
bless, man.
You know what I mean?
Bless,
like,
bless,
Rem,
bless.
you was. I know.
I'm still
You was
cold
cold.
with it,
Yeah, you saying you still got it.
Still got it. Still.
Cool.
That's what you said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still got it. Still, but yeah.
So okay, so the breakups happen and that. You've got real life to deal with.
Yeah.
Is that when you start to? Then you done like a high commission project where you was actually
Afro-Grime.
Afro-Grime. You coined that phrase.
Yeah. Afro-Grime. Coined it. Yeah. So that was a thing. Just me and my boy Esquire. Yeah. You know, and this is just stuff like very organic, just chilling together. Instrumentals come on and we just start mucking about. You know what I mean? To the point where we ended up making some songs, and then a couple people became a bit more interested about it, like Black Knights and a couple of people, the whole Nigerian community. That's some grime community, yeah.
Yeah, he was before the time. He was before the time because look at what's happening now. Like,
yeah. So we done that for a bit, man.
So then after you've gone through, you've gone through your essentials thing. You've done some solo projects. You took a break from music. Then out of nowhere, you said, I heard a tune and I heard it's that tall one from Southside Williams. State your name. Big Rem, I'm here to save the game. You know that you jumped on Real Talk.
Yeah.
And it's like that was like one of the comeback.
Yeah.
Is that when you got your fire back?
Yeah. No, what really Real Talk.
Yeah.
Real Talk was meant to be just me, like just giving them a little something before we dropped the album, the Essentials album. So that's.
Oh, that was before.
Yeah, because remember, like I linked you in Maine, innit, Bossman. And Bossman heard it already and told me, I said I should spit it to you. And I spat it to you, get me? You know that ain't the same. I came from a different track, but yeah. So that was just me warming them up for the album. Yeah, so almost like a response to what you were saying. Then I said my thing. I started bigging up everyone. You get me? Bigging up all the youngers, bigging up everything. It's like we're coming anyway, without saying we're coming. Yeah, and then it's Logan was spinning it. A couple of DJs were spinning it. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I get the timeline messed up a bit because there's so much history, man. Do you know what I mean?
You know we're gonna have to do a part 2.
We're gonna do a part 2 and a part 3.
Because
There's a lot of history, but
Yeah, it's fine.
if we move things forward a bit, you step away from the mic after a while,
Yeah.
focus on family, and then you start managing.
Mm.
You start managing out of nowhere. You're like, yo, I've got this new artist. His name's Strapzy. He's the real deal. Everyone starts talking about Strapzy, Don Strapzy. Tell us a bit about
Yeah.
how that came about.
I was hearing, you know what? One day I was on YouTube, and you know, this is when Gigs is doing his thing. The Blade Browns and them lot. So I came across one freestyle. I think it was Young Rev and Strapzy. And I said, because previously my cousin, Martin, so another Young Rem, I've got about 5 Young Rems.
A lot of
But
remedies
another
running around.
so Chuko, older brother, used to run around with Strapzy. But I knew you from Grime, innit? So I'm hearing Rev and I'm hearing this guy Strapzy. Is this the same Strapzy? I'm saying this guy is fire.
Rev from Peckham.
Rev, yeah. Rev and Strapzy done a tune.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, fire. And I said, my man can rap. Rap. You know what I'm saying? So I never thought nothing of it. Then one out there I was chilling and I saw a F64. And I said, yes, this is Strapzy, the same Strapzy that Martin told me about. And Martin brought him to me. And I said, nah, my man's got something. He's got something. Looked at him, saw that his cadence, his energy, spirit. And I saw the views as well. I said, my man's on fire still. So I just got his number. And I said to him, look, man, come check me. These times I was in Catford, staying in Catford. He come check me. Bring all your music. He brought his music. I listened to it. Spent a few days. And I said, nah, my man's got that. Same thing that I heard in Dizzee.
Goes back to your eye
Even
and
with
your ear.
Kano. Yeah, and them things. I said, yo, yeah. Same thing with Doctor and them lot. Cool. Yeah. So I just sat down with him and yeah, we just devised something to make something happen. So initially it was just meant to be me and him running and doing things, you know what I mean? Now, yeah, I don't have management experience, but you know, the ability, I want to see someone win. I'm in the game. Let me see what I can do. So that was really it. I didn't know how I was going to get from A to Z, but I knew I was going to do my best to try and get him somewhere. You get me? Mm,
Okay. And then, so you start pushing, working with Strapzy. He's done the F64 and that prior to meeting you or
yeah,
being around you.
yeah,
But then he starts working with everyone, like all the top UK rap artists in the
yeah,
game.
yeah,
Was that all under, a lot of that was under your management, right?
yeah. Just by a bit on both. Yeah, under my management. Some people will reach out, and then some people I'll reach out to some people and just try to put together tracks. Now we started working immediately on Blue Magic, the mixtape. You know, so yeah, just got him in the studio with Zion. We started working on the mixtape.
Do you how was it as a manager? Like, how did that feel? Like, in that position? Because you've gone from being an artist yourself, now you're looking after artists.
Yeah, I think for me, yeah, I think I was always doing the same thing, but this time I weren't spitting. That's it. That's just the difference. With Essentials, we're doing all the conducting, moving around, artwork, booking things, linking up people, doing booking studio, going here and there, talking to promoters. But now, with Straps, I'm doing everything, but I'm not just spitting. You know what I'm saying? So that's always been my thing. Like, same thing with bringing people on, like adding the genders, the kidmans, the Dizzee. You see talent, you want them to shine. So for me, it was sort of like in terms of creative management, it was a natural transition for me.
I hear
Yeah,
you. Because you was already doing it.
already
You was
doing it,
doing it already
exactly.
there.
Yeah, I might not be, you know, the most savvy at the time in terms of business points, having that relationship with like industry labels and stuff like that. But in terms of like putting together a song, you know, through my training camp, you know, through my Da Vinci training camp, yeah, I was well apt and equipped to get the best out of an artist. Yeah. It's about relationships, isn't it? So it felt normal, man. It felt normal, bro.
Okay, cool. You build on the back of Strapzy managing him. You build like your own kind of record label, iRecords.
Yeah, I records with Money Mac.
Yeah, you done that with Money Mac.
Yeah,
So did you link up with Money Mac through the Strapzy situation, right?
yeah, but I know Money Mac prior, because Money Mac's like a family, young Mad B and Mad B's cousin. That's their cousin, so I've known him, and he used to have a studio anyway in Peckham. Then he had a studio in Bermondsey that we used to always go to anyway before that. So it just happened to be, he was doing a bit of business at the time, but he was in the music, doing music anyway, with a lot of the Peckham ones and whatnot, and he showed a keen interest in Strapzy as well. So for me, I thought, your family, it only makes sense. Let's do something, And he showed belief and faith in Strapzy. So I thought, you know what? Yeah, why not? Let's do something. At the same time, you've got Vash there as well.
Who's Vash, sorry? For the
Vash
people
is
that don't know.
he's a manager, industry manager, artist manager.
Did he manage Chipmunk?
Yeah, Chipmunk at the beginning stages. Then Bath took over. Managed Sneakbo, managed Faith SFX, the beatbox guy. Then Krypton Conan.
Right, so he's like a well-renowned
Yeah,
manager in
he's
the
known,
industry.
but that's before. So Sneakbo, Krypton Conan, that's after that. So yeah, so Vash at the time was someone who was interested also in working alongside myself with Strapzy.
Right.
Mm.
So then, yeah, you mentioned Mad B, young Mad B. So he was like family to you. You grew up with him. Family's tight. So
Yeah,
was it like a no-brainer to just, or was it like, what did you hear from him? Because he used to have the hooks and that.
Yeah, Mad B had the hooks and that before. So when I'm going around to Money Mac's yard, Mad B's coming around, because at the time we was hustling anyway. He's coming around, and he had a couple of things. I think he had a Different View mixtape or something like that. I can't remember. So he's coming around. So just, yeah, by default, said, you know what, if we do this thing, it weren't like no long, like strategic sit down process. Okay, cool, let's do a label. Obviously, Mad B, Strapzy, and obviously we'll bring Mad B. And then everything else we worked out as we got along, as we moved along. So yeah, we just decided to go there, and Vash go there, innit? But we decided to go there, Also, there's a guy as well that I ain't really mentioned, but a guy called Richie Malone. He was like instrumental to a lot of things as well. Like, he was in the background, like trying to set things up for us. So that deal that Donny had with Warner Australia was through Richie, and then we had a single deal where we done a couple of records with Absolute Records. With which Richie was sort of helped like tie in as well. So Richie will be behind that many times, Even down to the name change. So he was someone we actually spoke to as well.
Right. And how long after that? So who else is in iRecords? I know you had Young Spray that joined the roster, but do you want to just give us a little rundown just so the people know who you had under your like kind of management situation at the time?
Yeah, so we had Mad B, we had Stainer, we had Carnage, we had Young Rem, we had Marshall McFly, and we had Zion, Young Spray. Snap wasn't really iRecords as such.
Snap Capone, yeah?
Yeah, Snap Capone wasn't really iRecords as such, but he became sort of like part under Mike as we started to like separate ways.
Right.
But yeah, so we had that. Same thing sort of like with me and Fecky. So Fecky weren't really iRecords, but I was just starting to try and see what I can do for him at the time. You get what I mean?
And you obviously knew Fecky from...
Yeah, then we had D Gully helping out, we had Els helping out, we had Jada helping out. Yeah, I can remember. Those are the ones helping out. I sat with what on the label side of things. I think all of us had like an artist that we had to focus on, innit? Yeah.
Okay. How long after that well, let me not segue it like that. Let me say that you've got you ended up having a niece that's a superstar. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you wanna tell the people who your niece is for those that don't know.
My niece, Miss Banks. Miss Banks. Yeah, my brother's daughter. Yeah, yeah.
And you had like a little situation where you was kind of working with her as well,
Well, just trying to
just
help
helping
her.
her as
But
you would.
yeah, just helping her where I can, you know. But the thing about Tyra, she'll do her own thing. You know what I'm saying? She'll do her own thing. I've always been her own person anyway. So yeah, and even at the time, sometimes she has a tendency to be late. You know what I mean? To be late to places, and that took her time to work with. So um, here and there used to help her. But no, in all fairness and all honesty, she actually took the balls by herself, the balls by the horns, and she actually made her own thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Did you see that coming? Like when she was younger, growing up, did you see any like signs of her becoming Miss Banks?
Um,
Honestly,
well, my brother, he was really into music. So again, like we say, what I used to listen to when I was in the yard, hip hop, R&B, ragga. You get me? So that's my brother Quincy used to play a lot of that music in the yard. Uh, Prince Buju left the house a long time ago. So it was Quincy, myself, and my sister. So yeah, he was the influence anyway. So directly when Tower was born, you know what I mean? Dad used to bang music all the time in the car, everywhere. So, and I mean hip hop, everything. Now my brother ain't got don't care he'll play all the swearing for you. He doesn't care. All the music he wants to play, he'll play it without no thought of who's in the room. So Tyra was really exposed to that from the get-go. Then she used to ask me, Uncle, I want to go studio. I wanted to go studio. So I set up a couple of studio sessions for her. A few sessions for her. Then eventually she just started doing her own thing. You know, started doing her own thing. She jumped on a couple of stuff for us with Strapzy. But yeah, she just started doing her own thing. Yeah.
big up Miss Banks, man, because it's all in the family. Like you must be
She's a
proud. You
barist,
must be
man.
proud of her,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I'm fine, man. Look, man, listen, remember my granddad,
It started from him.
musician, you know, I was heavy in music. Her dad was heavy in music, but not really an artist, but could write and could make music.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. The legacy's still going strong.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me, man.
So what are you working on now, Rem, man? What's happening with Remerdee now? RMD, Junior. Oh, you got so many names, but yeah.
I'm telling you, listen, I got
Let me chill out.
Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick. Hey, Patrick.
Hey,
If you don't know, back in the day, if you're anyway, let's not go there. We'll save that for the next one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what you
My
working on?
story is deep, man.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
what I'm
like
saying.
I'm telling you,
We're
bro.
gonna
You
do a
don't
part.
even try to do one.
No, I
It's
can't
not
do
gonna
it one
happen.
take. I've
No.
already looked and I can't. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Your
It's
story is
fine.
deeper, bro.
You have to defies it, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, what am I doing? Yeah, well, I'm consultancy / management. Yeah. You could call it managing managers. If that, just as a way for me not to like commit too much into something, allow myself enough time to help, but not be too immersed in it. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I've got a few artists I'm working with at the moment. Got a great artist called Omar Frenchy. He's doing big stuff, man. Yeah, shout out to Move Recordings, shout out to Moa Heritage. Yeah, so working on things like that. English, Congolese, French artist, man. Yeah, he's cold, man. He's cold. So I just work from. Yeah, 1.2 million streams. Tolaka. Yeah, and he's got the Afro flip coming out as well. So yeah, great stuff, man. Like it's good when you got a good label and the label's excited about you, and then your management's excited about you and you're excited about the project. I think it's a great thing. You get what I'm saying? So I'm happy to be a part of that. So just my experiences, my mistakes I help them not to make. You get me? And again, so with that, I know what potholes to probably like swerve. You get me? Got another artist, Mash. Working Mash is another one. Machine. Yeah, it's just working with him. Huh?
Mash is short for machine.
Yeah, Mash is short for machine. So Mash is another one, man. You know. Yeah, I'm just blessed to have good artists. Even like away from it, like, you know, you've got records that, you know, that, yeah, and then it's, yeah, so, yeah, stuff like Mad Move, like, stuff like, anyway, yeah, that, yeah. But like, that Mad Move one, yeah, that's something yeah. That's, yeah, because you know what, like, I say sometimes, like, you can't go in a studio and say, I'm going to make a hit. You never know. And even though if you think, okay, this is the hit, this might not be the one to go. But sometimes the fact that you ain't had the right timing plays a factor as well. You know, marketing is very strong with things, and I feel you've got one. Right now, Machine's got one. You know what I mean? And I just want it. I want to do all I can to make sure it gets in the places where it needs to be for people to hear. I think Frenchie's got one, and it's funny. I always hear it when someone's got one. You get me? Yeah, not like I think you got one. I know you've got one. Yeah, I know you got one. You know, even Strapzy's got one at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I've always been. I just get my hands in where I can and just try and see what I can do. So those are the two main ones I would say I'm pushing right now, and that's what I'm focusing on right now in terms of music. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's my main focus. Obviously, father life, raising my children. Huh? You've got soldiers, yeah. Yeah. So that's my main priority in terms of like life, just raising my children. Best friend is, you know, we get it wrong sometimes, yeah, right, but if it's how you love them and you try to, you know, make them have a better life than you succeeded. You know, we all want our children to do better than us. So yeah, that's me right now. A lot of other stuff happening, but that's what the focus
That's the
is.
focus.
Yeah. That's the focus. That's the focus.
We can touch in a later. Like,
Yeah, 100%, man.
Yeah. Right,
Tell
man.
you, man.
Yeah, nah. Your story, man.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to the last segment. You got the Kulture Box, the infamous Kulture Box
Yeah.
next to you, that you got the magical Henny out of
bruv,
when you was just
still.
mentioning Henny. So there's not no
That
more
is
of them
mad.
moments. There's no
That
rabbits
is
jumping
mad.
out.
Is that mad? There's something else in there though.
Yeah, there is. I don't even know. To be honest, I feel like I didn't even put something in there, if I'm being real.
Okay, cool.
But if you go in the box,
Hey, this is sick though.
yeah.
There's a card, yeah?
Yeah, there's cards in there. If you take the cards out,
Yeah.
have they got culture on the background?
Yeah.
You take the cards out.
All of them.
Yeah, take them all out. But you just hold them in a stack.
Don't show them.
Yeah, just hold them in a stack, yeah? And we're gonna get you to just read them out. It's just like it's the Kulture Box, it's like our box of tricks. So you've got some yeah. We just want to know your take on some of these things. So
yeah.
when if you can look at the first one and just go through them. Once you're finished with one, you could just dash it down or whatever. What's the first one say? Let's read it out, man.
One has to go.
One has to go.
Jay-Z, Biggie, DMX. Biggie.
Say you get rid of Biggie.
Yeah.
You didn't even think about that.
Jay-Z and DMX impact my life more than Biggie.
Okay, all right.
Biggie, my brother will kill me still. My brother's Biggie. My brother's Biggie all day.
Yeah.
Who is the smartest person you know?
No one ain't gonna get offended. Don't worry, man.
Hmm?
No one ain't gonna get offended, man. Just
mainstream.
Da Vinci, yeah?
Mainstream.
Mainstream, okay.
Who's mainstream?
Oh, yeah, okay, mainstream. Big up Boss, man. Big up Perempe, man.
Yeah.
Next one.
Perempe to me, that's my... Yeah. Nah, for real.
Yeah, nah, he's a smart guy, man.
For real. Off my top. I might have something.
Yeah, let's not overthink it. Yeah. It's quick fire.
Roll deep or nasty?
Nasty over roll deep.
Yeah, let's not overthink it.
Yeah, let's not overthink it. Keep going.
What is your favourite takeaway? Carrot.
Don't overthink it, man. What's something that you love to eat when you just feel like a takeaway?
Caribbean.
Is there any specific shops you wanna?
Because it's nuts in it for me. It's Caribbean.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
After all of the trauma they gave you.
Little D
Little
on
D.
Deptford High Street.
What?
Yeah,
Fire.
too sweet.
Fire.
Steamed fish and rice. Yeah, trust me.
All right, cool.
One more. Who's the smartest person?
No, you read that one already.
No, ain't that the same one I put.
Then you missed one, man.
You must have written it twice, man.
I didn't write it twice, man.
Oh shit.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. Facts. My bad.
So what's the last one?
What is your favourite lyric?
What's your favourite lyric from yourself?
Launch an attack. Come with your bats and gats.
I'm from the Maple Flats,
the name's cap. New era like your baseball caps. Young babe like Tintin.
Hey.
I'm so skinny that I squeeze for the bars in the track. Might just pop behind like Jack.
Hey.
North cap.
South cap. Hey, yeah. You had a lot still.
That's my bar
yeah.
still.
This is a quick fire.
Come with your bats and gats.
The other thing that was meant to be in the box.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's.
Is
there a bag over there?
Yeah, there's a bag in there.
I don't know if it's in that bag though.
Red bag or another bag?
Yeah. We had another thing for you. It was just a copy. It was a copy, and I looked so hard for it. Yeah.
There's a.
Nah. Yeah. Get the other thing. There's another thing. Sorry, I'm bugging. There's another thing. Yeah, that's for you. Show the people. Share it to the camera as well.
But this ain't your team though. This is main
Show
team.
up show it up to the camera.
LFC.
Yeah. Because a little birdie tells me that you support Liverpool on the low. You've put that out there in the universe, so are you now backing out? Are you saying that you don't support Liverpool?
I slightly
on the
do
spot.
still.
You slightly do.
I got converted by I got initiated and converted still.
Yeah, Remerdee took you.
Yeah.
Under his wing with football.
Yeah. I've got
Yeah. I thought I don't know if you've got any Liverpool merchandise.
I've got a home kit still.
You got a home kit, yeah? I thought I'd give you a mug. I know I'm not gonna put you on the spot and ask you to name no players or nothing.
No, I'm eating that still.
Yeah. We're not gonna do that. But the last thing was it was a copy of your Public Demand CD still.
I got bare copies.
You got bare copies. Well,
not bare copies.
Well, I'm glad that we didn't make. I'm glad that we
still.
didn't make that a thing because I searched high and low for that. But I just wanted to touch on that because that was your first project, and I just wanted the people to see and know. But I'll put a picture of it on the screen. I'll put a picture up.
Yeah, love, man.
But nah, man, Rem, it's been a pleasure, man.
It's been a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure.
It's it's like obviously talking to one of my brethren because you're my brother, innit? Like, so it's easy.
Trust me.
I do respect you and I appreciate you. I think you've shown a lot for the industry, for the culture.
Yeah.
And it's beyond just Lewisham. Now, you showed us a lot coming from Lewisham. A lot of us looked up to you when we was in school, listening to radio and whatnot. But like I said, I want to give you your flowers, your roses and that, and let it be known that you've had a massive impact on the industry.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you as an artist, as a manager, as a person. Do you know what I mean?
Love,
so
man.
I just wanted to put that out there, man.
Yeah, respect, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming through. Can't wait to chop it up again.
Yeah, we have to.
I mean, but yeah, man, if you could just give us a little big up, little culture box.
No, 100%, man. No, it's appreciated, man. You know, like you said, you, man, are my brothers, man. You get what I'm saying? But shout out to Kulture Box, yeah? Make sure you subscribe, like, share, and click the notification button, yeah? All. More to come, and trust me, whatever I touch and what I'm on, trust me, it's bound to go sky. So yeah, massive shout out to everyone, man. Keep grinding. Don't lose hope of your dreams. Pray for things to become possible, man.
Yeah, man like Rem. Whoa-hoy!
Whoa-hoy!
Yeah, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
You see, bro? Brother, you know when we do, it's like, man needs a break. Man needs like 5 hours, bro. It's mad.
List check.